YouTube, what's happening? It is Thursday, October 31st, and we need to talk college football because we have some decent matchups on today and tomorrow. There's only 4 games to talk about, but hey, we're going to make a video. It's going to be quick. I want to run through these real quick. Now, Saturday's video, you see how many games there are like usual. I'm going to do like usual. It's going to be a movie marathon, as I call it, because it's going to be long. We're going to break down every game like usual. It's going to be uploaded tomorrow on Friday morning or Friday midday. So you'll have plenty of time to watch it because I know it's a long video. So, but today we're just going to focus on today's matchup, Tulane Charlotte, and the 3 tomorrow. So we have a video for that. So drop a like, subscribe. Let's go ahead and jump to the first game right now. All right, first game we're going to start with is the Thursday game. It's going to be Tulane at Charlotte. We can currently see that Tulane is a 14.5-point favorite on the road, which is kind of large to be a road favorite on a weekday game, especially a spooky day like today is. Who knows what could happen. 54.5 is your total. Let's look over at the actual teams. We're going to dig a little bit into their schedules. We're going to show it all because a couple of people mentioned they want to see the schedules, and hey, I want to make sure I do what's good for you. So I'm going to show you schedules, and if I could see injuries, there's some injury reports out there here and there, but they're not the best information to see. So I'll see what I can find for you. Let me go through the schedule real quick. You can see they're on a 5-game winning streak. They just beat North Texas in a pretty high scoring game. Still 71 on UAB as well. UAB has fallen off so hard. So we see the game there. And then let's look at Charlotte, see what they've been up to. Look at their schedule. We can see what they've done. They lost to Navy by a lot, and then they played great against Memphis. I thought Memphis was going to blow them out, but no, they played pretty good on the road in Memphis. Now they're home against Tulane. We'll see what happens there. So we have those. Let's go ahead and bounce over here to the numbers. The numbers are just not good in their favor, though. I mean, they're 3-5. You see everything here. Tulane does not pass the ball well, which is good because they kind of cancel out each other. They run the ball really good, though. Tulane loves running the ball. They're 11th in the nation at rushing yards. They're 1/10 at stopping the run. So Tulane should be able to run the ball at will. That is literally 99 spots difference. I mean, that's crazy. So, and then we have 77 passing for Charlotte versus 80. They kind of cancel out. 104 versus 29. Yeah, no, Tulane's going to shut that shit down. So Tulane has the advantage statistically where it matters. Charlotte has no statistical advantages. We just have a couple pushes, basically. So 2 Tulane, nothing Charlotte, and 2 pushes. So with that being said, now Charlotte does have home field. It is Halloween night. Weird shit happens during the week in college football. We know this. Look at all the games so far. I don't like taking Tulane on the road as a 2-touchdown favorite, but the stats say do it, so I'm gonna do it. Because one thing is turnover margin is terrible, third down percentage is terrible. They're great at turnovers, they're great at third downs. I mean, they should win this game by like 35. Let's be honest, they should. Will they though? Probably not, but hey, if I can get 17, I'll take it. It's going to be a little bit of a sweat. If you got the door locked, you're not handing out candy, you're just trying to watch football, and you don't want to watch the Jets and Texans already, or maybe it's commercially flipped back and forth, you'll have this one too. So begrudgingly, I will take Tulane on the road at 14. Can I get 14? Do I have to take the half? I don't want to take the half if I don't have to. Hell, that's my money. I'm buying the half. I'm taking Tulane 14 even. I'll buy for the push. I will spend 10 cents. It'll be okay. So we'll do that. We'll take Tulane. Do I want to take over under? That's a good question. I should be looking at instead. 54.5. Their defense is terrible, so Tulane should be able to score points. So you know what? Let's pop over here and let's open this up a little bit. Let's look at some team totals first too. So Tulane points. Give me like 30. I can. We're working with 34.5. Does Tulane score 5 touchdowns on this absolutely atrocious defense? I like that better. I think I like that better. Instead of taking Tulane 14.5, I'm going to take Tulane to score 35 points. That sounds good. We'll rock with that. So Tulane, 35 points. Nothing else in this one. Let me go check real quick and see if I can pull some injuries real quick. 1 second. All right, the websites are terrible. There's not really a good site that has everything, that has a dark mode too, and has everything on screen. A lot of it just shows everything. This one's actually, you can tell when it gets updated, which is kind of cool. This is just RotoWire. That's all it is. So we can see Tulane's kicker and Tulane's receiver, Shaz Preston, both questionable for the game. And then we have Justin Olson, the receiver, is questionable. for the game as well. So those are the main ones to worry about. Nothing else is good. So QBs are fine. Nothing else to worry about there. So based on all this, yeah, we're going to stick with Tulane getting 35 points. There's a lean towards Tulane to cover the spread. Maybe a lean toward the over, but we'll just take Tulane 35 and move on to that next game. All right, moving on to game number 2. We're moving to Friday. It is Georgia State and Yukon is the first one on the schedule. They are at 7 p.m. Eastern. Yukon is a touchdown 0.5 favorites. 48.5 is your total. Let's look over at the actual information. Let's see. We want their actual schedule. See what they've been up to, so we know who's played who. You're on a 4-game losing streak. You last lost to App and then Marshall and then Old Dominion. And this was kind of close. This wasn't. That's okay. Yukon was, they're 5-3, doing better. They beat Rice by 7. I thought they were going to beat Rice by a lot more than 7, but hey, what can you do? You covered against Wake Forest because you were underdogs. I believe you covered. You might have pushed. I think you pushed on that one. But they've been doing all right. I mean, this is way better than anybody thought Duke. Everybody thought Yukon would ever do. So now you're playing Georgia State. Now remember, Georgia State, they did beat the Vanderbilt Commodores somehow, some way. I don't know how the hell they did it, but they did it. So let's look over at the stats and see what we got here. Let's see. Points wise, you can see who scores points. Passing 51 versus 31. Yukon's defense is better. Rushing, yeah, that's a Yukon thing too. 76-81. That's a push. 33 versus 118. Yukon should be able to run all day on Georgia State. That's just what they should do. All day. Run. And they do that, no problem. It's in Yukon. It's 48.5. They're averaging 52. I don't trust the total. Yukon's defense is better. Their offense is better. Let's keep it simple. I'm taking Yukon 7. I'm buying a half if I have to. I do want to look over here as well. I want to see if, where is Yukon? I want to look at their actual, that's a weird looking Yukon logo. That's I don't get that. That's weird. All right. Team props. Let me look at their points. I kind of want to see what their points are at because they're putting up 31.5 a game. So let's see, over 27.5, 4 touchdowns, but they only scored 17 against Rice, so we can't do that. I'll take Yukon -7. We'll do Yukon 7, and we'll just move on to the next one. All right, moving on to South Florida FAU. If you're wondering, no, I don't have any information on injuries when it comes to the Friday games yet because everything's still pending. I didn't find anything. If I want to go on Twitter and dig through each team, I could probably find stuff, but I'm not doing all that. No, for the weekday games, nah. No. Not doing all that stuff. So we're going based on stats. We got this. So 2.5 USF on the road against FAU. I mean, the offenses are just not good regardless. It's probably good if new people do play. So, I mean, come on. Can they be any worse than USF's pass defense at 131? I don't think so. 111 passing. They both run the ball. They suck at stopping the run. So USF should have no problem running the ball. 74 versus 122. 59 versus 59. That's a push. 111 versus 131. I mean, they'll have some success with the air, but not much. Let's look over. I'm leaning South Florida just from this, but we will pop over here and look at their schedule. Boise. I don't look at Boise yet. South Florida. What are you doing? You beat UAB by 10. I mean, other teams beat them by like 50, but hey, do what you do. All right. You lost to Memphis and Tulane and Miami. That's a hell of a stretch, which beat Southern Miss. So let's look at FAU. You lost to UTSA, North Texas, but you beat Wagner, and then you have them at home. Again, Thursday night, it's weird things happen, and it's Halloween. You know, half the fans are going to be dressed up in costumes there, the ones that do show up. So that'd be kind of fun because one, they're trying to get on TV, obviously. So as one would, as you should. So there's the two teams. There's that. These are kind of high scores. How's your scoring doing? You struggled here, but Memphis is pretty good defensively, we know. 47.5. Let's go for a spooky shootout. That's what I'm going for in this one. We're going to take the over in this one. 47.5. I can see these two scoring points. South Florida, their pass defenses, FAU's pass defense is great, but South Florida doesn't pass the ball. But I think they can run all day. Big plays running. I can see them throwing, have some success. I can see the 48 points being scored. So we'll take the over here. Spooky day. Go to that last game. All right, last game. We got San Diego State and Boise. Heisman not front runner. I think Travis Hunter is actually the front runner as of today. But Jane D is right there with them too, obviously, as he should be. Boise has been great. You see the numbers. San Diego State is just not what they usually are. Their defense is usually good, not anymore. Offense is terrible. Boise 24. I mean, I can see it already. The main thing we know, 2 versus 86. You're 86 top of the run. Good luck. You're going to need it. It's in Boise. Spooky blue turf. People are going to be dressed up. It's fun. Sporting events on Halloween's fun stuff. So let's look at their schedule, see what they've been up to. You lost to Washington State by 3. You beat Wyoming by 3. You beat Hawaii by 3. You lost by 1. You could easily be, well, then you lost to Oregon State 21-0. Yeah, okay. Enough of that. Boise beat UNLV. Great game, obviously. Hawaii, yeah, 62-30. It's 56.5. I don't know how much San Diego State is going to contribute to that. So let's pop over here to the outlier. And we're going to open up the Boise game, and we're going to look at team total Boise. Because I'm liking some team totals this week. It just feels nice. Or I just root for one team. I don't care what San Diego, because San Diego State doesn't have the defense they used to have. So 40, really? 40.5 is my number? Oh, damn, that's a lot. Okay, we're not going to do that. Maybe. What do they average? They're averaging 44. Let's come back. Okay, so 40.5 is the number if you want a decent number. 41.5 if you want plus 110. They're averaging 44.3. We come back over to their schedule. Let's look at who they did that against. Oh, wrong screen. There we go. They scored 62 on Utah State, but we know they have an abysmal defense. They scored a whole bunch early on. I mean, they even scored 34 on Oregon, which is pretty impressive. But they only scored 29 and 28 here. But they're on the road. Now they're at home. You know what? We'll rock with it. We're going to rock with the Broncos here, getting, what was it? Over. So we're going to go Boise over. Team total over. Oh, we'll go 40.5. 40.5. Let's go for it. So I got 2 team totals and we'll go 2 team totals, 1 total, and a spread. That's fun right there. 4 plays for the next 2 days, Thursday, Friday. We show the whole schedule because we got all these games to talk about. If you want to see the video for this, be here tomorrow. It'll be up around midday-ish. It'll be a long one, so strap in. So I appreciate you watching. Drop a like and subscribe, and we'll see you tomorrow for a whole lot more college football.